Alright, welcome to a replay with me, Buzzkill, Age of Empires 2 enthusiast, novice player, never played competitive. I guess I did during the HD edition, have not played competitive yet in Definitive Edition. I am playing as the Persians against the Malians from the country of Mali. Persians are a cavalry civilization. Their special unit is War Elephant, and then the Malians have the Gabetto infantry. They have some infantry bonuses and some economic bonuses as well. I believe on gold and also cheaper buildings. They also have a research speed bonus and some defensive bonus as well on their town centers. I'm going to be playing a mostly defensive game here. This player is lower skilled than I am. It's going to end pretty early. This whole video will be 8 minutes long, and this is a nice example of my skills and also a chance for me to evaluate my own player style. As you can see, I have no military here in the feudal age. Did a fast castle. Really, I probably should have started with creating an archery range in the feudal age instead of a stable, because I do get Corinthian tactics early, and so I do kind of go for cavalry archers later. Ultimately, I think the stable is not super helpful. I do build hussars later in the game, but really it seemed like the wrong military building for me this time around. So, another weird thing about this game is the relics were kind of hard to find, so you'll see I'm doing actually some scouting with my monk, which I would never do normally. Yeah, you can see I'm building that archery range finally, and that monk I think is just hanging out. Oh, I have all the relics at this point, but something that I do, no, he's going out for the last one. I think I found it. So something that I end up doing quite a bit with games where I'm picking up all the relics is I don't actually deposit the 5th relic. I just kind of stick it near the monastery, because when you're playing a less experienced player, they tend to freak out and then they rush your monastery, which leads me to have to do more micro later, because then I just have to pick up all the relics and put them back in the monastery. Ultimately, it is a strategy to get them to rush you early, but I'm not even really prepared for a rush, so we're not going to do that at this point. But you'll see later that I dropped that relic off a little too close to the farm, which is going to create some frustration for me later. But yeah, they pretty much creamed me with those gabettos right there. So I'm going to have to rely on my castles. I also should have researched Corinthian tactics at this point. I believe I still haven't done that. So that was also another mistake on my part with these cavalry archers. They're just not strong enough, that they don't have the buffing up enough that they need. I'm resource hoarding as well. I am low on gold, but I should be spamming a lot more units than I am and building a lot more military buildings. And yeah, oh my god. And yeah, there's that castle over there. I'm gonna get ready to start poking them. This is also like a nice point for newer players who might be watching this. Like, you really don't want to be building a castle right next to your opponent's base. It is too easy for me to just send trebuchets over and get rid of it and build my own defensive castle. I rarely build offensive castles. I'm going to always build my castles next to resources. This castle is mostly defending those farms there that I'm building now, but I've got plenty of stone and I'm collecting more. So I think I end up building another castle later, or maybe I don't. I don't think I do. But ultimately, I have a bunch of other castles, so I can kind of put one near the farms easily. I'm still, like, they're still able to defend pretty well, but I'm holding my line of these trebs. Oh yeah, this part's really fun. This is the best part of the game. So, yeah, these elephants are just creaming their knights. I'm not microing well enough for them to get away. So that's a little point, and I should be bringing those other ones over. Also, I have my units set to auto defensive stance right now, which is not a good strategy. I actually just turned that off recently. I was playing around with it for a little bit, but it does make it a lot. It creates more micro for me to bring my troops out. There is more accuracy involved, but yeah, it does take a little bit more elbow grease here. So I always kind of wonder, like, if I had been able to get away with what I was doing there with those elephants at that point if it hadn't been for the castle. But yeah, they ended up converting two of my elephants, which in the grand scheme of things is not a big deal. I also probably could have put some more monks out and done my own conversions, but like, I don't think the Gabettos are good enough or strong enough units to really bother with converting. Maybe I would have converted some of their knights, but I don't know. Oh yeah, I build these bombard cannons just to kind of mess with them a little bit, but yeah, it would have been interesting to try out more siege too, because I think a big issue with this unit composition I have is I just don't have enough ranged units. So there you go. That is my 8-minute replay of the Persians versus Malians. Hope you enjoyed. Let's go ahead and look at my stats here. Ultimately, they did kill more of my units. I think that they were putting more effort into micro for military, so my economy was really good. I was 4 minutes ahead of them. Well, I guess about 3 minutes ahead of them on feudal. 6 minutes ahead on castle, which is pretty common for me because I fast castle pretty much every game, and about 5 minutes ahead on imperial. So yeah, it's the way I play. I've always played this way. I've always been like a big tech person, big fast castle. It is a bit of a gamble. It's one of the barriers I have to playing competitive for sure, is my playing style. So I rely on these little tricks when I play with noobs on quick play. So all right, that was my self-criticism on my game. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. This is Buzzkill signing out.